this guy's not good for you. If she's trying so hard to make this work, some things are not worth making it work, people. Because she's paying the price of her self-esteem to make this work. Tristan Dizzy is not worth this. Yes, you have a kid with this guy, and I get it. But this emotional investment, this feeling of like love that you have for him, is just killing you inside. It's like an addiction to a drug that hurts you, but also provides pleasure.
Like a boss.
Today we're going to talk about why walking away works. And what does it mean by working? Unfortunately, Khloe Kardashian does not know the meaning of walking away completely. And I have complete empathy for her, because this is the thing. Most likely, she's in love with Tristan. Well, wouldn't be most likely. She is. And she got kids with him, right? And so there's a lot of rationalization that a lot of material for the brain to rationalize to stay with them. A lot of material that the brain can use to justify the decision to stay with him. So we're going to watch a few clips where they both talk about their situation, and we're going to watch him cheat. Actually, let's watch him cheat right here, man. This is unbelievable, man. I'm not even going to lie. I almost forgot that I was on on the Kardashian side. But that's the video of him cheating, right? That's him. And he got caught. I mean, with two girls, people, Jesus Christ, there might be a third one right there, right? And so Khloe saw this, and despite what happened, she stayed with him. This should have been the death note. This should have been what caused the end of the relationship. So let's see what she says.
What did they have to say?
Have you talked to Tristan?
I called him and just like, what do you have to say? And it was more yelling on my end.
So she called him. She was pissed off. And she pretty much was just losing her control. First of all, when you're confronting people about doing these types of things, you have to come about it from a calm state of mind. Because what they might do then is they might try to gaslight you to reverse the situation.
But him talking, trying to plead his case, I mean, there's not much.
How do you plead your case for this? Baby, it's not what it seems, baby. Like, I mean, did you see how she had me in an MMA headlock? I mean, look at that. I couldn't get away from the titties. I'm the victim here. Look at my head is down, and now I'm looking down. I can't believe. Look at the assault. This is so disrespectful. Look at her. I'm trying to get away from them, but they're giving each other a high five and creating a barrier. Baby, I'm the victim here. Like, honestly, man, this is just pathetic. And the fact that he is trying to make an excuse for that. Some things are inexcusable. So you're watching the situation, clearly cheating on you not with one girl, 3 girls, most likely, 2 girls, let's just say 3 girls, and you still stay with him. It's almost like he hit the grand slam of cheating. It's almost like that was like a double Kaioken cheating maneuver, and yet you still stay. Let me tell you how walking away works. Walking away works because over time, it'll redeem your self-esteem. What she is going through is the daily destruction and ablation of her self-esteem. Plain and simple. And then on top of the fact that she's a Kardashian, so she has a double whammy of low self-esteem.
To talk about.
So,
in my opinion.
So if there's nothing to talk about, my opinion, why is she trying to sound rational? My opinion. Oh, uh-oh. People, I don't know her too much, but I know a nice person when I see it.
I'm just like, oh, this is a joke. It's gross. It's a joke. It's embarrassing. It's
embarrassing.
Disgusting.
So where's the anger? Like, you know what's funny is that a lot of women feel angry once the situation is done, but once they step away from the situation, they just quickly forget and forgive. This whole forget and forgive BS is unbelievable.
All over it. I'm like, I didn't buy tickets to this circus, but somehow I'm watching all these clowns act out in front of me.
And the problem with her is that she is the main clown because you don't leave. You're the one that's being clowned, not Tristan. Tristan, when he does that shit, when he goes to the locker room, LeBron James is going to give him a high five. Somebody might even do the worm as a celebration. You're the one that's looking bad here. Let me tell you something. People cannot respect people who go through this and accept it, because what you're doing, you're showing the world how weak you really are. There's nothing wrong with being weak, by the way. We need weakness to connect with other people. If we didn't have physical weaknesses, we would be more creatures that were more we would be more isolated. In other words, I need you because I'm weak. Right? Tigers are strong, so that's why they don't usually hunt with other tigers. Lions, though, they're not as strong as a tiger, so they rely on each other more. Being weak is important, but what she's doing is that she's advertising to people what she tolerates. She's advertising to people how to treat her. Because the conflict that she feels inside is the shame and embarrassment and people making fun of her for being that person that goes back to a cheater. And most likely, she used to look down on women who were in her situation, and now she's part of it. But now she knows the truth. It's like somebody who doesn't understand an addict, somebody who has no empathy for a gambler, somebody who has no empathy for a drug addict. It's very easy to judge when you're not addicted to a drug, and it's very easy to look down on that person. And most likely she is in that position where she can't leave. And most likely what's happening is called trauma bonding. We might talk about the psychology of trauma bonding using this situation, right? But that's one thing, right? One reason that she might not leave is because she has a love and emotional connection to him, right? Because I wrote these things down. They co-parent together, and most likely she might hope that he changes one day. And let me tell you something, boo-boo. You're not Bob the Builder, right? Guys don't change. Guys rarely change. This guy's not going to change. He's an NBA player who's 7 foot, who stumbles upon threesomes like I'm stumbling up over a rock in Mexico. Like, you're not going to beat that. And this is why I tell you, ladies, don't go after athletes. This whole family has a perpetual habit of going after the worst, the most toxic men. And not black guys, people, okay? Athletes and famous people. Athletes and famous people have a high propensity for sociopathy, for psychopathy, have a high propensity for lower self-esteem, have a high propensity for entitlement. Like there's just too many negative traits that, shut up, bird, too many negative traits that come with a man of that type of caliber. And then on top of the fact, you most likely you want a traditional family when a man like this is having threesomes. Girls, you got the wrong guy. You went to the wrong church. Should have gone to a Mormon church and find yourself a white guy. Okay. See now, Bob the Mormon. I don't see nobody trying to fuck him, right? But it's just that she's picking guys that every woman wants, and she's putting them on the spotlight because before he got with her, he wasn't that famous, right? So most likely guys like him want clout, and then the fact that he cheats on her. And is so public about it. You have no other option. You gotta leave. There's no other option here, and it'll be a long road to recovery, because if most likely you're gonna find a Tristan 2.0 if you leave this, because you think you're gonna escape the situation. No, you're just gonna find another place, another man, and recreate the same thing. Your attachment styles create the relationship dynamic between you and that person. See, looking like he's getting a blowjob.
Indeed. Like, do you feel
Looking like a retard. Like, honestly, he looks like he's missing a few chromosomes. I swear to God, he looks like he's missing a few chromosomes. This guy's crazy, man.
So, Tristan and I really have not connected, and I just can't fake it. So,
yeah, it's tough. I can't imagine having to look at the face of someone who's hurting my family member, and embarrassing her at an international and possibly intergalactic level.
you go to therapy?
I've been going the last 2 years.
Yo, these motherfuckers gotta stop with the therapy shit, man. Honestly. Like, they're making therapy look like this gimmick. Motherfucker, you don't get therapy to stop cheating. If you keep cheating, fire that therapist. In fact, execute them. No, I'm kidding. Seriously, dude. Like, come on, man. People, I don't give a fuck how many times you've been to therapy. My therapy is your action. And unfortunately for men like this, you can't give them a second chance. Men like him don't deserve a second chance. They don't. They deserve you kicking rocks and you leaving.
Oh, nice.
That's great.
I'm really not here to judge.
Great.
I don't have any, like...
Goddamn, I just hate his face. I don't know why, dude. His face looks like exactly how I imagine a retired NBA clout chaser would look like. An attention holder.
Just more like, I'd want like an understanding of like how you could do these things or how it got there. Like I am curious.
Boo boo, it ain't hard. Well,
just as to like, I wonder if Tristan ever was like, I don't have remorse.
it doesn't. I don't give a fuck if you feel remorse. People think that the remorse part makes it better. Like, I'll be pissed off if a girl keeps cheating on me and feels remorse, as opposed to a woman cheating on me and not feeling remorse. When you don't feel remorse, at least you're not being two-faced. Motherfuckers like him who continually cheat and feel remorse, it's like that dumbass girl I was going out with that she kept ignoring my message because her ex-boyfriend was blocking me, right? And she kept being sorry. It made me, it got me even angrier that she was more apologetic about it.
No, so
What the fuck is he? Did she just say a joke? Is she funny? Is this girl funny or something? Honestly, if I would have seen this, I would have caused this, the fifth extinction of the human race, because my head would have exploded like it's a fucking volcano. Like this, seeing this him laughing, if that was a girl that she's cheated on me, people, the anger, the Luciferian satanic anger I would feel on the inside would cause me so much repulsion towards that girl that I wouldn't be able to even look at her without feeling nauseous. Unfortunately, some people just forgive and forget. You know what's funny? I started feeling that extreme feeling of disgust for people who waste my time or disrespect me after going to a meditation retreat. And what's funny, because meditation gives you more empathy. It gives you more loving emotions. But it's funny how intense these feelings can be sometimes, that I feel when somebody's is being disrespectful, and how repelling they are. Like they have a repelling force. It's kind of interesting, because I would have never thought that meditation would give that type of like forceful energy.
that's fair.
The next day after you like do the deed, like, do you feel anything?
Bitch, who gives a fuck how he feels? Honestly, look at him now. He's looking like he's malfunctioning. Who gives a fuck what he felt? Like that changes anything? I'm sorry for killing your kid. All right, people, we're going to go to a quick commercial break, because if you're somebody that's in a situation like this, or you want to actually learn how to not get played, how to attract the right guy in your life, how to stand up for yourself like Khloe clearly is not doing. I mean, how the hell she's not doing it? She's rich. I want you guys to check out my course bundles, where I sell you guys the fundamental courses that I have for this channel. That if you guys purchase 100% your dating life, if you do exactly what this video say, your dating life will never be the same. Watch. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys haven't purchased any of my courses, we have a special bundle deal for everyone. So that you can purchase all of my courses, meaning you could purchase the psychological game of attraction, natural chemistry, and nice girl, along with all of the bonuses. Originally, if you purchase everything without the bundle, it'll be around $500, to be honest with you. But right now, if you guys purchase it with the bundle, you guys will be able to get all of these courses: psychological game of attraction, which is for women who are single; natural chemistry, which is for women who are in a relationship; nice girl, which is a course on assertiveness, along with all of the bonuses: social mastery, practical mastery in terms of how to master anything, social mastery in terms of how to master your social skills, and the laws of human nature, wherein it's part of the Robert Greene book club I used to have. The research that I've done. And this course, rather than watching all of my videos, and because they could be random and you could sort of like lose the big picture because there's just so many videos, you guys get all of the content condensed in a course Trust me, people, if you guys purchase this, you won't regret it. I have never rejected a refund. All right. So purchase it right now. Click on the description down below where it says purchase the bundle. And I'll see you guys inside.
For me personally, when I
Yeah.
cheat,
When I like it's a fucking routine, like it's a verb. Like cheating is a verb for this guy, bro. Like honestly, look at him laughing, bro. This guy's not serious.
I feel disgusted the next day.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Then, so then why do you do it again?
Have you ever met an addict? You know what's funny is that he might feel disgust, right? Like I've done things that I regret in my life, and I felt really bad. But I don't repeat it again. Let me tell you something though. Some people who have ADHD or autism, studies show that, at least for me, when something negative happens to me, and because of me doing something stupid, a lot of the times I will repeat that behavior just to see whether or not it would happen again. Like I'm stupid like that, you know? Like if a pill gives me a certain side effect, like a drug gives me a certain side effect or gives me a bad reaction, I'm so stupid, I'll try it again the next day. I've done that. Like I'm stupid like that. I'm not kidding people. Like seriously, I'm really stupid when it comes to like something negative happen and me repeating their behavior. And that part of me is what allows me to be so creative and also try new things, because I did YouTube multiple times, failed, but succeeded eventually, right? But then when it comes to my other parts of life, you tend to see how stupid that part is if I don't really control it. Tristan Thompson might be like that, where he just doesn't learn his lesson. He's hard-headed. This is Khloe crying. She's crying.
Oh my God. Clear situation. I don't know what is.
She's even wearing black like me.
Huh? I think we need to have a family meeting.
Honestly, why isn't Tristan banned? Like a family band. Come on, shows her crying. That's what I want to see. Yeah, that's just sad, man. Like when you're in, look at this girl, man. How many times have I seen her smile? This relationship is just not worth it. Like what people don't understand is that when you're being traumatized, you don't realize the extent of the trauma until you find yourself in a normal situation. Like for example, if you're a soldier and you're being traumatized, you're not gonna really notice the trauma until you get back home in a peaceful place where you don't need to be on alert, right? You don't notice your trust is being broken until you find yourself in a situation where you could trust the guy, but you still cannot stop feeling like you can't trust him. He hasn't done anything to not trust him, but you just cannot get it out of your head. These habits, when you're in this type of vulnerable state, get ingrained and seared and branded into your brain because you're in a moment of weakness, of malleability. When you're sad and depressed, you're more emotional. You're more malleable. And because you're more malleable, right? When trauma is like it's like wax that's heated. You can mold it. That's what trauma does. That's why meditation is so good, because when you meditate, you're putting yourself through a good type of stress, eustress. The type of stress that forces your brain to adjust. And what the fuck do you think happens when your brain is adjusting? It's changing, creating new connection. It's becoming plastic. That's why being uncomfortable forces your brain to create new connections, right? Comfort destroys the connection. In fact, it disintegrates it eventually.
Are both in the wrong. But we all knew what Tristan is capable of, Jordan and Tristan.
Bitch, you know what he's capable of and you're still with him. What the hell are you doing? I mean, goddamn, I wanted to get it out the screen and just shake her a little bit. This guy's not good for you. If she's trying so hard to make this work, some things are not worth making it work, people. Because she's paying the price of her self-esteem to make this work. Tristan Dizzy is not worth this. Yes, you have a kid with this guy, and I get it. But this emotional investment, this feeling of like love that you have for him, is just killing you inside. It's like an addiction to a drug that hurts you, but also provides pleasure.
You didn't just ruin my relationship. You both collectively ruined the relationship with me, with your daughter, with Kylie, with everyone. Yes, people make mistakes, people up, but why would you want to do this to yourself? I'll never understand that. Jordan.
Well, in my opinion, you are your own enemy. People say, oh, what's the worst thing that an enemy could do? Betray you, lie to you. Hey, my friend, I thought he was my friend, but he stole money from me. I thought he was my friend, but he took my girl. Wait, look at yourself. There's a part of you, a dark side of you, that has put you in a position where you're being embarrassed publicly, where you're being disrespected. Your kids are going to see this. Your whole image of being a respectful person just goes down the window, all because of Tristan. Who's the enemy? Who's really the enemy, him or you? We got to get at the core of this. This is not a dictatorship. Nobody's forcing you to be with him. And I get it. It is an addiction. It is an addiction. But I'll take, because I used to work as a drug addict counselor. But I'll tell you, just like I told them, even though it is an addiction and it is hard, you're still responsible for it. The dynamic that your life has, you're responsible for it. The first time he cheated, that's on him. The second time he cheated, that's on you. The third time he cheated, forget about it. Forget about it. What do you think is going to happen? Right now, if a man doesn't cheat on you for a year, you're shocked. Boo-boo, you got to go to a meditation retreat. Go to a 10-day Vipassana retreat. Because that 10-day Vipassana retreat will give you the fortitude, the ability to handle the pain. You can purchase it. It's actually free. Just go to Dharma, DHAMMA.org. Or you could purchase my course, Emotional Mastery, or get the book, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle right here. These books will teach you how to control your emotions a lot better. This is her when she cheated. Must be nice to go up the flight of stairs.
I'm just really disappointed in Tristan. I think it's really...
It's not, listen to me, people. I understand he's the bad guy. My main thing is I'm trying to observe, what can we control here? We can't control Tristan. You know? I was going to say we don't have slaves no more. That's a racist shit, man. That's some racist shit, right? Hey, white people were racist too. I mean, we're slaves. Don't forget that, people. Like, the Romans had white slaves. You know, Melissa the slave. You know, Bob the slave. Right? He wasn't just Tyrone the fucking picker. You know, it wasn't just Jose the farmer, Delexis the fucking waitress. No, it was also freaking Vicky the fucking maid. You know. But yeah, let's keep listening. But no, they should be mad at her because this is what she can control. The only thing she can control is whether or not they're together. You know, for the life of me, I don't understand why these people don't make 10-day meditation retreats more of a celebrity thing. You want to know why I think they don't do that? It's because it's actually really hard. There's no drug. There's no cool technique. You meditate for a little bit and then you go on a walk and then you get a massage. No, when you go to a 10-day retreat, you're sitting down, no incense, no body smell, like no perfumes, no oils, no music, no books, no nothing, no eye contact, no talking, no touching. And you're just observing the pure, raw breath for 12 hours a day. And it sounds impossible, but trust me, you could do it. Trust me, anybody could do it. It sounds hard, but put yourself in that environment and you'll be like, okay, this is not that bad. And that will liberate you. What they teach you there is the same techniques that the Buddha taught to find enlightenment. Literally the same techniques. And it's a 10-day course to teach you those techniques so that you can come in your daily life and do it. Me, I got over a girl that I really liked in just 2 days. Actually, in 1 day. 1 day. All I had to see that she was bullshitting me, and it was almost like boom, it went away. This girl needs this, man. She got to learn how to control and modulate her emotions better.
That he knew he had another baby on the way with somebody else, which makes me uncomfortable.
Oh my God, I completely forgot this guy had another baby coming. This guy's out of control because and to me, like, are the producers telling her to keep him there? Bitch, you gotta walk away. This is the only way. This is the only option you have. Sometimes that's the only option you have. When somebody cheats, there is no option of ever working it out. Now, I get it. They're friendly. They have kids together and all that kind of stuff. And I get that. I'm not stupid. But sometimes you have to walk away from the relationship forever. You could be friendly with him, but at least ask for a few months of just complete distance. Even the baby, don't tell me about your dad. I don't want to hear nothing. But mommy, no. Just have a break without him.
That position, especially when there's a child involved, this was just really unforgivable in my books.
I feel like it's confusing for me because I actually really like Tristan, like as a person. So I have to separate him as a person and then the things.
Well, unfortunately, that's who he is. Like, you can't separate it, man. This is not a fucking Happy Meal. You can't separate it. Who he is who he is. You should, in fact, integrate it. In fact, this chick is trying not to hate him. He's like, dude, I'm trying not to stab you, Tristan. I'm trying not to commit a federal crime. And most likely Khloe, it's just her brain is trying to find a way how to forgive her, like Trump lawyers. You know, like they're just scrambling after every speech.
That he's done to you.
Yeah.
There's a sense of like distrust or, I don't know.
Like, who are you? Which one is it?
Yeah.
Tristan, that's the biggest mind of all of this.
Listen
You're
to
all
this.
these great things, but you couldn't be great to me.
That's the thing. That's, you know, and you could sense how she takes that personal. I felt that. You know what I'm saying? I really felt that. The problem is that people's dark side, usually for some guys, come out with intimate relationships. So yes, he is a great guy, but his dark side is so repressed that this is what comes out of it. And it shocks you because it's like heckling high. And that's why you have to walk away, because you're seeing who he is. And your brain is trying not to believe what it's looking at. And so because humans are so multifaceted, we then choose to focus on different parts of his personality, like changing the channel. But you can't. You're still looking at the same TV. It looks like it's something different, but it's the same TV. He's the same guy. And walking away will only help. Why? Not because it'll change him, because he's never going to change. It'll help you get over it, to finally recover your self-esteem, to finally have some self-respect, because you could recover. Your brain is plastic like that. It could be morphed around. It happened to me just going to a 10-day retreat. That type of fucking trauma literally transformed me in a positive way. And that's what I believe you should do. You should really consider that, because you're destroyed. Your self-esteem is to the ground. It's deeper than the Earth's core itself. Because not only are you suffering through this alone, you're also suffering it through in public, and then your kids are gonna do it. Those are layers, people, that add on to her. I really feel bad for her. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I have so much compassion for this girl.
Like, and now after the umpteenth time that decided to go.
I feel like we're all a team here. Like, we're all wearing black. Even the microphone is black.
A little ding-a-lang and some
The dang-a-lang.
So you're ding-a-lang and a ding-a-lang. That's what you decided to do.
Dang-a-lang here, dang-a-lang there.
Totally.
Dang-a-lang for everyone.
You're just swinging it around like it's a parasol.
Why are you just talking about it, boo-boo? You're like politicians who are complaining about the migrant crisis, and the only thing they want is more money and not to close up.
Want the best for you, and I think that you deserve the world.
Thank you.
But the problem is that she just doesn't believe in herself. You know, let me tell you something about self-belief. Unfortunately, you can't really choose what you believe in, even if you wanted to. right? She might believe that she deserves better, but the evidence showed that she doesn't really truly believe that. She only believes that at a mimetic or superficial level. Like, you need to see evidence that you deserve better. And unfortunately, she's seeing the opposite, right? You can't just choose to believe in the idea that I deserve better. Yeah, you could tell yourself positive affirmations, but is that really going to budge the emotional heavy load your brain has for that one belief system? You gotta understand, the longer that part of our brain has been together, the deeper impact it has and the more unshakable it is. The most recent part of our brain was a prefrontal cortex, your rational side, the part where you affirm. The oldest part is your limbic brain, the part that feels hurt, the part where your belief systems is stored. The little wiggles of the frontal cortex can never get through the reptilian brain. It needs an deeply emotional experience. In order to change your limbic brain, you need to use your limbic brain. You can't just talk your way out of addictions, talk your way out of things. No, you got to change your point of view. You need evidence. So some things that can happen sometimes is maybe you get a job, or maybe you have a kid and you watch your kid get cheated on, and now because you're seeing it from a different perspective, all of a sudden something in your brain shifts, and now you don't accept it. Or maybe you were, for example, an example is like, let's just say you're anti-immigrant, right? I'm an immigrant, but let's just say you're anti-immigrant and you have no empathy for immigrants, right? And no matter what you say, you believe it's bad. But then one day, God forbid, something that happens to this country, and now you gotta be an asylum seeker to another country. All of a sudden, now you're seeing immigration from an immigrant's point of view, and now you're seeing different evidence, and your brain literally changes, because now you're looking at it from a different point of view. And your points of views can change, one, because of something happens in your life. Two, you get older. Three, you have kids. Four, you get a new position of power, or a lower position of power, or your social status changes, or maybe you go to prison. It'll change your perspective. And also, maybe something happens similar to a friend of yours. Like, for example, you're anti-abortion, and all of a sudden, your girl needs one, and now all of a sudden you're pro-abortion, right? Like that. Those things change people at a neurological level. And I don't know what she might need, but I just think that you need something with equal to greater force to actually enact some change, right? So you need to see evidence. You can't just choose to believe something. Your body only sees through emotional imprints. So you either have to see new evidence in real life, or reframe the way you see things in your mind. She sees it as wiggle wiggle. Seriously, she just says wiggle wiggle. Motherfucker, he stabbed you in the back. He shoved it up. He broke your neck. He cut he cut off your kids and just took their hearts out. Wiggle wiggle. Bitch, who the hell are you? Are you writing a children's book? So different emotions changes the way you perceive things. And even taking up new positions like being a dad changes the way you see yourself, and those changing your belief system. She might need to learn how to be angrier, because she seems way too chilled. In fact, it's not that she's angry. She suppresses her anger because she feels like she has no control over the situation. So you then go into a state of learned helplessness.
That's really all I want. I have a forgiving personality, and, I appreciate that Tristan takes my daughter out with True and has a good relationship with her. So I think that after his mom passed away, it just wasn't
but get a little closer to him and you'll see a different light.
The right time to talk about things, so we just never did. So I think that it would be a good thing for us to just talk about everything that happened.
Let me see the comment section. Tristan is what psychologists have now termed a nice guy narcissist. Exactly. I had completely forgotten about the baby with his gym trainer. Oh my God, this motherfucker had a baby with a gym trainer. Khloe, you're too old to be chasing after a man who doesn't want you. Step your game up. Tristan is using Khloe. He doesn't care who he hurt. He doesn't care about anyone but himself. He's a narcissist. And shame on Chris and Kim for trying to get Khloe to get back together with Tristan. Khloe is loving all this attention she's getting, though. She likes the victim because that's all she knows her whole life. In fact, let me read you something from Robert Greene's The Law. I'll find it. Actually, rather than reading it, I'd rather just do a breakdown on the victim archetype, right? Which I think Khloe is. Let's keep reading. My sister couldn't get me to be in this mess with her. Khloe forced Kylie to take her side against her BFF. Tristan is Khloe's curse. I can guarantee that her daughter will grow up and be attracted and hurt by men just like her daddy. The fact that Khloe doesn't see that effects on her daughter and want to protect her from the same pain is selfish on her. Well, the thing is that when you're traumatized, you're more selfish without even knowing it. Like, honestly. Yeah, this is sad, people. This is some sad shit, man. Like, you would think that celebrities have their shit together because they're rich, but it's like, yo, this is like me walking through the Bronx.
I find out what Tristan is doing with the rest of the world. A courtesy would be not doing it, but
a courtesy, like a courtesy, like he's a fucking giving a tip to a waitress, like a courtesy, bitch. This is not about courtesy. What else is he supposed to do? What else? Is he supposed to be the second coming of the Antichrist for you to realize this is not it?
Fine, if you do it, you're not even going to give me a heads up for the rest of the world.
A heads up, baby, I'm a cheat. Who does that? This woman is out of control, man.
It's just an additional slap in my face.
Girl, you being slapped around so much. You might as well sign up for MMA. Dude, this is crazy. People are saying in the comment section, she should have left them a long time ago. It's crazy, man.
It's humiliating. I'm embarrassed. I would prefer to be alone than to be around people. And it wasn't a time for me to have some family meeting where I needed to hear everyone's opinions and thoughts about my own life.
Yeah, she really knows it, man. There's no need to beat a dead horse, but it's like people just cannot believe somebody could be so hard-headed. Oh, now she's thinking about the good times.
I'm replaying every event, every
See, this is her
grand gesture.
This is how her brain works. It's funny, right? It's funny how that works, right? Her brain is only thinking about the good moments, and this is why she can't leave. Because her brain, it's almost like that friend who's always forgiving your man. Your brain is giving you reasons not to feel mad. And so when she feels mad, then her brain, like it's almost like an automatic processing unit. It starts giving her memories of good times with him. And so the anger that she should feel consistently to leave him is suppressed. Like an immune response, destroying its own like cells that are meant to defend you. Like seriously, it's like you have white cells to defend you. Imagine an immune response that literally destroys your white blood cells. This is what she's doing. And so then her brain is giving her little memory bank of happiness.
Every trip.
And then it's like a slow motion. And this causes her to forget about the bullshit that he did. She's being hypnotized to forget the pain. And that's just... Leaving is the only option, my love. Come on, man.
You are. Every date.
Shut up.
Where's Tutu?
Honestly, nothing annoys me most than seeing toxic couples happy together. I'm like, don't you guys hate each other?
There she is. Woo!
Every whatever.
I see you. Good job.
Woo-hoo! Did you make a wish?
Yeah, I wish daddy was faithful. How about that wish? This is crazy, man. This is crazy.
All of that was a lie.
Sucker punch. Let's keep playing and pause. Like so that I can, my God, how were we able to not say something?
Just not really in my own body, that like these things are just happening and I'm...
Well, yeah, listen to her.
You able to not say something? I feel just not really in my own body.
That's like, called disassociating. That just means too much stress, trauma. So much trauma that you become self-absorbed and you stop really paying attention to yourself, your health, and to other people. And all you're thinking about is, woe is me, you're suffering.
Like these things are just happening and I'm just going through the motions. But I mean, when things happen to you a couple times, you do kind of become immune to them.
No, you become numb to them, you know? Just numb. It's still causing pain, you just don't feel the pain no more.
which is really sad.
It's still destroying vital organs. You just don't feel the pain, you know? This is really sad, people. It just shows you that you shouldn't feel bad. We're all susceptible. This could happen to any single one of us. But she gotta leave. There's no fixing this, man. This is you gotta finish this, man. Honestly, this is the end. Find somebody else, and yeah, man. Like, anyways, man, this was depressing as hell, people. If you guys ever want to work with me one-on-one, go to mindfulattraction.org, people. If you guys don't forget to check out all of my courses by clicking on the description down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.